So here's a quick one, guys. In today's video, I want to show you guys how to set up conversion tracking in Google Ads. So if you're running search ad or YouTube ads, or depending on the kind of ads that you're running with Google, and you have been having challenge like difficulties in setting up conversion tracking or to set it up correctly, all you have to do is to watch this video to the end, because I will be simplifying how to set up conversion tracking in Google Ads. Like, I'll be teaching you guys how the correct way to set up conversion tracking in Google Ads. Now, the only favor I want you guys to do for me here is to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification icon so that you always get notified anytime I upload new content on this channel. So before I dive into the video, I want you guys to know that setting up conversion tracking in Google Ads is kind of complex, because I don't want to lie to you guys here. But then if you follow the video step by step, you will be able to replicate the same thing on your own end, and you set up conversion tracking in the right way. Now, another thing I want you guys to know again is setting up conversion tracking in Google Ads actually differs depending on the CRM or the landing page or website builder that you are using. But then, for the sake of this tutorial, I'll be using System.io to set up conversion tracking in Google Ads to demonstrate to you guys how to set it up. But then, if you follow the same procedure like I'm going to demonstrate to you guys shortly, you can be able to set up conversion tracking the same way, just like how I am going to do it for you guys right now. So that being said, guys, I don't want this video to be long, so I am diving straight to my ads manager and show you guys the step-by-step guide on how to set up conversion tracking in Google Ads. So let's go, guys. So before we start setting up conversion tracking in Google Ads here, the first thing we have to do is to use a Google Tag Manager. So we'll be using Google Tag Manager for the sake of this tutorial. So we'll be sending the code from Google Tag Manager, which we're going to embed on our System.io website. So that code now will be used to track every activity that is going to be happening on our website. So from there, we can continue to setting up the conversion tracking. So the first thing that we are going to be doing here is to come to Tag Manager. So I'm going to type here Tag Manager. Then I'm going to create an account with Google Tag Manager. So if you don't have an account yet, you can look for videos on YouTube on how to set up a Google Tag Manager account, because mine is already set up and I wouldn't want to go further. So the first thing we'll be doing here is um, enter the company. So you can enter any name of your choice and you select your region. I'm in Nigeria, so I will be selecting Nigeria. Nigeria, let me look up for Nigeria here, and yeah, hulala. Okay, yeah, this is Nigeria. Then I'm going to enter my website here. So like I said, I'm using System.io to demonstrate to you guys, and I'm going to copy the link here from System.io. So just give it a moment. So this is the link. I'm going to grab it, come here and paste it here. Now you see, if you want to embed your website here, all you have to do is to ensure that this HTTPS does not follow it, because if it follows, it's going to come out with this kind of an error message. So delete this and you are good to go. So you see that the target platform, so if it is your Android device or your iOS device, you can select any of them. Probably that is, they are referring to an app, but in this scenario we don't have an app, we have a website. So I'll be selecting the web here. Then I'll click on create, scroll down, click on accept, yes. So on your own end you can read the terms and condition, but I've already read through, so I don't want this to be long anymore. So you see that we have created what is it called? We've created the Google Tag Manager account. All I'm going to do from here is to grab this. You see, install Google Tag Manager, copy the code below and paste it on every page of your website. So now we are going to paste this on the header section of the website. So once we paste it on the header section of the website, it's going to reflect on all pages of the website. So all you have to do here is to just grab it, copy it, and go to the header section of your landing page or any website builder that you're using. So I'm going to click on edit here. If you are using System.io, like, this is an added advantage for you because it's going to be straightforward for you. I'm going to click on settings here. Then I'll scroll down to where we have header and footer. So you see we have header, so we have header and we have footer. I'm going to click on this. You see that I already have Facebook PZ code here. So since I have Facebook PZ code here, which is the header section as well, I am going to to place this below it. I'm going to click here. Yeah, I'm going to click on place. So this is my Google Tag Manager code. I'm going to hit on save. Then the next I'm going to save changes. Now the code has been placed on our website, so this means that there is a connection or an interaction between our website, which is our landing page, and the Google Tag Manager. Now, so the next thing that we are going to do here is to go to our Google Ads account to create the conversion tracking properly. So if you want to do that, the first step here is you come here to measurement. So you see goals here, you see goals. So if you like, you can click on it directly, and let's give it time while it loads. So once it is done loading, then we're going to proceed to creating the conversion tracking. See, create a conversion action. So I'm going to click here and select website, because we are using website, not app or whatever. So I'm going to replace it. Oh wow, there's an error here. So let me quickly copy the code from, sorry, the link from here, the website link. This is it, copy. Now come here. Yeah, click on scan. Add the conversion action manually. So click on this add conversion action manually. So you can select any options here. So, but then I will be using an outbound link click here. So yeah, this is it. I'm going to select this. So you can name your conversion tracking anything of your choice. So I can just name it the test tracking, something like that. But you can just give it the proper name, something that it's not going to like escape your memory. Now, another thing that you need to know here is value. Measure the impact of your advertising by giving conversion a value. Use the same value for each conversion. Use different value. Don't use a value. So this is not an e-commerce product. So I'm going to use this. Don't use a value. But then if you are selling e-commerce and you want to track the quantity and the amount of things that you are selling on your store, so it is important that you select use different value for each conversions. That comes to where you have different products. But if it is the same product, like similar or the same product rather, so you can go with the first option that says use the same value for each conversion. Now, like I said earlier, this is not a e-commerce product, so I will be using the second option, because going by the first option, it means for every purchase it has to be counting every purchases that is happening on your website. But this is like getting leads of people, so you don't want to like, if a single individual feed the phone two times, you don't want leads to reflect like someone else reflecting like two times. So we want it to just be only one time. So since we want it to be only one time, because it is lead, we'll be using the second option that says recommended for lead sign up and the rest of them, so you can read it yourself too. Then we're going to hit on done here. So when we hit on done, click on save and continue. So once you click on save and continue, then there are different methods in which you can set up a conversion tracking in Google Ads. Like I told you guys earlier, you can use this first option that says set up with a Google tag, email structure to a website builder. Probably if you have a developer who created your website, you can just email this code to the developer directly, and he will place the code on the back end of your website. But then you guys know that we already created an account with Google Tag Manager, because this is the simplest way to set up conversion tracking in Google Ads. So we'll be using this method, the third option that says use Google Tag Manager. Now in this Google Tag Manager, we'll be needing two things from here, the conversion ID, and we'll also be needing the tracking ID. This is the conversion label. We'll be needing the conversion label and the conversion ID. Now the next thing that you're going to do here is to come to your Google Tag Manager here. So on the Google Tag Manager, click on OK. So once you click on OK, the first thing you're going to be doing here is to create a new tag. So click here to create a new tag. Then the next thing is to click on select configuration. Now you see that we have different configurations here, Google Analytics, Google Ads, and the rest of them. There are plenty, but then I don't want to go into that. So let me click on Google Ads. So even on Google Ads, you see that we have different options here. but then we'll be needing two things here. We'll be using the conversion linker and Google Ads conversion tracking. So this tutorial aims at conversion tracking. So we'll be using the first option that says the second option rather that says conversion tracking. So on this conversion tracking, like I told you guys previously, that we'll be needing the conversion ID and also the conversion level. So all you have to do is come here, grab your conversion ID, come here, click on paste it here. Then the next thing is copy your conversion label, and also come here, paste it. So you are good to go here. So all I have to do is to name it. And maybe I can give you, okay, test. I can name test Google tag, test Google tag. Then we are not done yet. You see trigger. So come here. So we are going to set up the trigger properly. But for now, let me just select all pages and click on save. So now we've created our tag. So the next thing that we're going to do here is to create our trigger, because we want it to fire on a specific page. So we don't want it to just fire on just page views. Like, we need it to fire on a particular action that client is going to do, probably to hit on the submit button or something else, depending on what you are tracking on your end. So the next thing we're going to do here is to click on new. So once you click on new, click on configuration. Now on this configuration, there are a lot of things that you can track here. You see click element and the rest of them. But let me quickly go back and show you guys something again. Come back to these variables. So once you come to this variable, click on configure. Then what I want us to do here is to track the elements. So I'm going to click on this click element here. I'm going to select all these, click URL, click test, and that is all. Come back to our trigger again, come back to trigger, click on new, then all element. So once you come to this all element, now initially we just selected all the pages, but we don't want to track all the element, like all the clicks. Like, we don't want to track all the clicks on this particular page. Let me copy it. So this is the page. Just hold on a moment while it loads and let me show you guys something. So you see, we have something here, all clicks. So if you go by this all clicks, it means every click that is going to be happening on this page will be reflected as a conversion for us, and that is not what we want. So since that is not what we want, like this contact us button, so I want to particularly track this contact us button, so that if anybody click on this contact us button, it's going to count as conversion for us. So the next thing we are going to do here is to come here and click on some clicks. So click class contain. Now you can go by click sorry, oh my god, you can go by click class or something else. So you see that inside the variables, there are a lot of variables that we have selected. So you can go by click URL, click test, and the rest of them. But I will be using a click test because, like as you see here, contact us. If anybody click on this contact us, which is the test here, it's going to reflect as conversion for us. So click test contain, then we can write contact us. Contact us. Now I'm going to rename it here. My god, contact trigger. I'm going to click on save here. So now come back to the tag that we have created earlier. So on this tag that we have created earlier, come here. You know that the tag that we created earlier, we selected the all pages for the trigger. But then, since we have created our trigger separately, all we'll be doing here now is to select the trigger that we created. Then see the trigger that we created here, which is contact trigger. Then just select it. So once you select it, hit on save here. So hit on save and you're all done. All you have to do here is to click on the submit button, click on publish. If you like, you can name it. If you like, you don't name it, but just continue. Click on continue. Now it has been published, but we are not done yet. We need to test to see if it is firing correctly. So if it is firing correctly, it means once we start using this conversion tracking to run ads, we'll be getting correct or the right information from the Google Ads end. But then if it's not firing correctly, it means if we use it to run ads, it's going to be a total mess altogether. Now, how do you track to know if your conversion tracking in Google Ads is set up correctly? So it's very simple, guys. Come to this workspace here. Now you see preview. Click on this preview. Now I have too many extensions here, so the extensions are going to block. They are going to block this. What is it called? The preview session here. Okay. So guys, I have paused the several extensions that I have on this particular browser that is going to block the preview. So the next thing I'm going to be doing here is to click on this preview. I'm going to click on preview here. Then I'm going to enter the website, click on connect. So the aim of this is to ensure that our conversion tracking is firing correctly. So the next thing, you see that tag assistant connected successfully. So since it has connected to this landing page, the next thing is to click on this contact us. Now you see contact us, this is where it brought us to. And let's check to see if, click on continue. And let's check to see if this fires correctly. Now you see that tags fired, test Google tag. Now this shows that our conversion tracking is working perfectly. But then guys, I forgot something. So let me quickly show you guys the next thing that we need to set up. We need to set up two tags here. So you need to set up the conversion tracking and also the conversion linker. So if you want to set up the conversion linker, all you have to do is to come to this tag, click on add new tag, click on new here, come to configuration, then Google Ads, come to conversion linker. So on the conversion linker, just select all pages here. So this is going to be firing on all the pages and not on a specific action. This contact trigger here, which is the contact us button here, like we want to measure the activity strictly performed by our customers. But on this session, like this conversion linker, we want it to fire on all the pages. So click on all pages here, then give it a name, conversion linker. Click on save. So once you click on save, the next thing is to submit. Click on the submit, publish, click on continue again. So it has been published. So for the last time again, we are going to test to see if this conversion linker is working properly. So for you to test if your conversion linker or your conversion tracking is working correctly, come back to this workspace, click on preview here. Once you click on preview, so this is our URL here, click on connect. So once you click on connect, scroll down to the particular action that you want to track to see if it is firing correctly or not. So you see that our tag assistant connected successfully. Click on contact us because this is the button that we want to track to see if it is working or firing correctly or not. And I'm going to come back here, click on continue. So on this continue, you see that conversion linker has fired, tags fired, test Google tag. So this is our conversion tracking. You see that it has fired and the conversion linker that we just set up has fired too. Tags not fired, none. So you see, this is the step-by-step guide on how to set up conversion tracking in Google Ads using Google Tag Managers and also with the System.io but landing page builder. So it is very simple, guys. So if you gain knowledge from this video, all you have to do for me is to subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon so that you always get notified anytime I upload new content on this channel. So then the next thing we're going to do here is to click on done. So once you click on done, you see that come back here to this ads bank link. You see test track. So if you want to run ads now, you can actually use this conversion tracking that we just set up to run your Google ads. So that's all for this video. If you have any inquiry or any question, you can go to the comment section and place your comment or your question or inquiry there, and I'll make sure to reply to you guys as soon as possible. So before I let you guys go, if you want me to run your ads for you, be it Facebook, Google, YouTube, any kind of advert at all that you want me to run for you, or if you have an inquiry or want a one-on-one mentorship with me, all you have to do is to send me a direct message. Just go to my profile on YouTube here. You see a contact us button. Click on that contact us button. You'll be directed to my WhatsApp. So we can take the conversation from there. If it is an ad that you want, or a campaign that you want me to set up for you, I'm going to ensure that I set up a perfect or do a perfect job for you. And if you want me to train you on how to run ads on this platform, it's all depend on whatever you want. And I'm here to serve you guys to ensure that you guys are the best in whatever you do. I love you guys and I hope to see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye for now.